Welcome everyone. Classroom English, day 32. Today we are going to discuss about question tags. Usually, question tags are used in conversation to get confirmation from the listener. Are they really questions? No, question tags are not really questions. A question tag is a type of question form which is added to a statement to invite the listener's attention to the statement. It's a grammatical structure which makes the declarative sentence as well as an imperative sentence into an interrogative mode. Generally, we know that these question tags are completely different, and if the statement is positive, the tag we are adding should be negative one, and vice versa, like if it is a negative statement, the tag should be a positive one. But do you think writing question tags is easy? Of course, easy. If you follow the certain rules, all the question tags are not the similar, but they just vary depending upon the sentence. Let us see the first way of writing a question tag when the statement consists of either an auxiliary verb or a helping verb. So, in this one, the first example I have taken as it is beautiful. In this, is the helping verb and it is acting as a main verb here. In this, we are going to keep a comma after the statement. So, it has ended up with a full stop. You have to rewrite the sentence once again and you need to place a comma after the statement. Now, you are going to bring this helping verb is after the statement. And now, just see the statement. I told you already that a positive statement will be changed into a negative statement and negative tag, and for negative statement positive tag to be added. Now this is the positive statement. So for the positive statement we need to take the negative tag. For the negative tag I am going to add an apostrophe T. Wait, we are not going to write the complete form of not like NOT. We are going to take only the shortened form of N apostrophe T, isn't, and you need to take a personal pronoun over here. This is isn't it. Even if the name of a particular thing or animal or person's name is given, you need to take only the personal pronoun. In this, it itself is a personal pronoun. So, I have taken the same word as it is here, isn't it? After that, you need add a question mark this, isn't it? This complete set becomes the question tag for this given statement. See, this is we are talking about the auxiliary or the helping verb given in a sentence. Let me tell you the next example. Lata and Geeta don't like maths. Now, in this we have two people which we can consider the plural form. Do is the helping verb and just keep it comma after the statement, and according to the rule we are going to pull it over here do, and we have it in the form of a negative statement. So, we are going to take the tag only positive. So, I am not using the word N apostrophe T. Now, I am just moving in order to pull it over the personal pronoun from the given statement. Lata and Geeta cannot be written as it is. Here, as I have written theirs pronoun. So, these two go under the third person plural. So, that is they. Do they. So, this do they complete set becomes the question tag for this statement. Next we will go for third example. Keshav will come tonight. First you have to keep a comma after this statement. In this, will is a helping verb and we are writing the word will as it is, and this is a positive statement. because we don't have either not, none, nothing, never, etc. So this is a positive statement. To make it negative, we add a not after the will. So that is won't. In this, Keshav cannot be written as it is. We have to write this pronoun he. So won't he, and keep a question mark after this. So this complete set becomes the question tag for this statement. Next we will go for rule number 2, when the statement consists of the main verbs. For example, he finished the given work. In this sentence, we know that finished is the main verb. In the previous example, I have brought the auxiliary verb after the statement and framed the tag with that. But here, we are not supposed to bring the helping verb or auxiliary verb. So, how can you frame this a tag? See, first you need to identify the tense of the verb in the given statement. In this, finished is a past tense. So, we have to take the helping verb of did. The only thing you need to do is, what kind of helping verb has to be taken when the sentence has only a main verb. If the verb is in the simple past tense, you are supposed to take the helping verb of did. If the verb is in the simple present tense, in this case, we have two ways of writing. Suppose the verb added with s or es, you are going to take does. If it is only V1, you are going to take do. So, in this statement, we have V2 verb form. So that we are taking did as a helping verb. Next, this is positive statement and make it negative. And here we have already a personal pronoun, that is he. So the tag is didn't he, and keep a question mark after this. So the answer is, he finished the given work, didn't he? We will go for next example. Birds build the nests on trees. We know that build is the main verb. Here the verb build is in V1 form. So it is simple present tense. Now we are going to take do as a helping verb. This is the positive statement. I am making it negative, so that is don't. Birds come under the plural form, that is third person plural. So I am taking it as they. So don't they will be the question tag. The answer is, birds build the nests on trees, don't they? Now we will go for third example. My sister likes chocolates. In this, the verb is likes. It is added with yes. When it get added with yes, I told you already, you need to take the word does, and the positive statement becomes negative tag. Now the tag is doesn't my sister. Are we going to write my sister? No. We are going to take the personal pronoun she. Doesn't she is the question tag. Now the answer is, my sister likes chocolates, doesn't she? Here are the statements with the indefinite pronouns. What are indefinite pronouns? Here I have taken few of the examples for indefinite pronouns. But all indefinite pronouns cannot be placed in the statements. Only these acting as a subject. Subject can be taken like anybody, anyone, everyone, somebody, everybody, someone, etc., which are act as a subject in the statements. Now, suppose if they come under the subject, I mean if they are placed in the place of subject, what should we take as a personal pronoun? We should take only they as a personal pronoun. And we are supposed to take only the plural verb. In the sense, we have to use only the plural verb, even though we have the singular verb. Now, let me take the example to make the clear understand. For example, everyone is present. In this sentence, according to the rule, we have to take the plural verb based upon the tense given the statement. This is indicating present tense. So, I am taking plural form of the present verb, that is are, and this is a positive statement. So, I am making it as a negative. Alright. And we are using only the word they. We are not supposed to use any other word except personal pronoun they. So, the answer is everyone is present, aren't they? And coming to the next one, for example, anyone can answer this. First, we have to place a comma after the statement. Next, in this can is the helping verb, but we don't have the singular and the plural form for can. So, we have to take only the word can. This is a positive statement. I am going to make a negative statement. So, the word is can't. Now, the personal pronoun to be taken as they. So, the tag is can't they. Now, the answer is anyone can answer this, can't they? We will go for next example. No one was accused. In this, was is the helping verb, but we need to take the plural verb. This is the past form. So, I am taking were. Now, is this a positive statement or a negative statement? I say this is negative statement. But how? See the word no. It indicates the negativity in the sentence. That's why this statement is in negative. Now the tag should go on positive. So here need not to add an apostrophe t. Now the personal pronoun to be taken as they. In the sense, indefinite pronoun no one converted as personal pronoun they, and keep a question mark after this. So the tag is were they. The answer is no one was accused, were they. Now see these two examples. Everybody likes pizzas. Every girl likes pizzas. Everybody, every girl. I have taken two sentences in order to confuse you a little. Let me tell you. In these two sentences, there is a small difference. Everybody is an indefinite pronoun, but every girl is not an indefinite pronoun. It is a personal pronoun. So, how can we add tags for these two sentences? Let us see. For first example, everybody likes pizzas. Follow the rules that you have already known. The statement with the indefinite pronoun. In this, likes is a singular verb. Now I am going to take it as a plural verb. So, to get the plural verb form, the verb of likes, we are splitting that likes because this is a singular verb V1S form. In the sense, likes means likes is equal to does plus like. If I take this does, it becomes a singular. So, I am not going to take does. Instead of this, I am going to take this V1 form do, because we need to take a plural verb. So, pull it over do after the statement. This is a positive statement. Make it as a negative don't, and we are supposed to take a personal pronoun they. So, the tag is don't they. Now, the answer is everybody likes pizzas, don't they? For the second example, every girl likes pizzas. In this, every girl is not an indefinite pronoun, but it is a personal pronoun. That's why I am using the first rule. According to the rule, to pull it over the auxiliary verb from the main verb, we will split the main verb and get an auxiliary verb in order to form a question tag. So, likes is equal to does plus like. It's a single girl. Every girl means single girl. Okay. It's not everybody. It is a every girl. So, I am taking does only. And positive statement make it negative, doesn't. Every girl is not converted as they. Instead of taking they, I am taking she. So, the tag is doesn't she. Now the answer is every girl likes pizzas, doesn't she? Just to see how the difference between these two sentences. Whenever we find the indefinite pronouns as a subject in the statement, we should use only the plural verb according to the tense, even though we have the singular verb in the statement. And we should add the personal pronoun they. But in the second example, every girl is not an indefinite pronoun. That's why I am using the first rule. According to the rule, I am taking does only. Every girl is not converted as they. Instead of they, I am using she. So, the tag is different. We will go for rule number 4. Statements with double main verbs. For example, he suggests that she borrows a necklace. Now, this statement have two verbs. In this, first verb is suggests, second verb is borrows. Now, we are not considering the second verb borrows because the suggests verb is strong. That's why we are considering this suggests as a main verb. To pull it over the auxiliary verb from this, I am splitting this main verb. So, suggests is equal to does plus suggest. So, I am taking does here. This is a positive statement, make it negative. The personal pronoun is he. So, doesn't he will be the answer. Now, the question tag is he suggests that she borrows a necklace, doesn't he? This is all about the statements with double verbs. In this, you need to see which verb is less focused and which verb is more focused in given statement. For that particular verb, you need to take here. If it is a helping verb, just take the same verb. Otherwise, if it is a main verb, you just split that into two. One is auxiliary and other is main verb. So, you have to take auxiliary verb from the helping verb. Here is a last but not the least. We are talking about an imperative sentences. We know that imperative sentences are a kind of ordering others, commanding others, requesting others in the form of a sentences. So in such cases we have both ways of writing, that is positive way as well as the negative way. Just to see the positive one. For example, stop daydreaming. You know that the imperative sentences are usually lack subjects. The unseen subject in the imperative sentences will always be you. So, there is no subject here, but we need to imagine that unseen subject is you. In imperative sentences, modal auxiliary verbs like will, would, can, could are used in the tag. Will, would used for orders, can, could used for requests. So, stop daydreaming is the positive order. You can go with the want to. Here, unseen subject is the you. So, the personal pronoun is also you. The tag is won't you. The answer is stop daydreaming, won't you. Next, lock the door, won't you. Now, the negative one. Why is it called negative? Because we have an addition of not. So, don't stop singing. But here we are not going to take just won't you. We are taking only will you. Don't stop singing. Will you? Don't leave me alone. Will you? Next we will go for this strange rule. For example, I am not your servant. The subject is I. If a sentence starts with the subject I, and if it is with the negativity and in the negative touch, we are going to use the tag am I. For example, I am not your servant. Am I? I am not a magician. Am I? But in the case of am in the positive statement, aren't I used in the tag. For example, I am late. Aren't I? I am a doctor. Aren't I? But not used amn't I. Now this is a small suggestion. So what kind of tags will get added to suggestions? Let us work together, let us dance together, let us sing together, let us sit and play together. All these sentences are suggestions which start with letters. After letters, we will take the word shall or shan't. For example, let us go for a walk. Shall we? In these ways, we can express tags to get the confirmation from the listener. Thank you.